After the whistle starts at Veterans Memorial Field, where Tyrone's quarterback Eli Woomer finds his running back Caleb Whitby, who dances past Penn Cambria's defense, where he is ultimately brought down to the ground by Panthers defensive back Blake Lilly. Let's take a look at that play again, but this time in slow motion. Golden Eagle Whitby pulls the pass and makes it look easy on his way down the field, strutting and stepping through Penn Cambria's defense. Hello and welcome to After the Whistle. As the weather outside gets colder, the football season heats up. We'll show you the best games from around District 6 and Center County. I'm Brooke Casey.
And I'm Messiah Mitchell. We'll also take a look at Penn State football as they prepare for Northwestern. After the Whistle starts now. Our game of the week takes us downtown to Memorial Field as the State College Little Lions took on the Center Dauphin East Panthers. Center Dauphin enters tonight's matchup in need of a win after dropping 3 straight games. The Little Lions running out ready to face the Panthers after an early first quarter CD East interception. Deontay Sheffy takes this handoff for a touchdown to make it 7-0 State College. Look at that, Selly. Late in the frame, first and goal, CD East quarterback Anthony Chase calls his own number and ties the game at 7. Now, in the second, after Sheffy's second touchdown gave the Little Lions a 14-7 lead, State High would try a surprise onside kick and get it. Later on, it's Sheffy again for his third score of the night, making it 21-7 Little Lions, just absolutely unstoppable. After a late Panther turnover, Connor Kolkel rolls and finds Demir Code to make it 27-7 State High before half. The Little Lions would keep rolling and take this one 39-14. With the win, State College improves to 7-1 and will go on the road to take on Carlisle next week, while Central Dauphin East drops to 2-6 and will host Bishop McDevitt next week. Our Game of the Week reporter Owen Buckles took the walk to State High. And Owen, it seems like the Little Lions had some fun out there.
Absolutely dominant win by the Lions. It was a big win for State College Little Lions, highlighted by amazing performances from multiple seniors.
It was senior night at Memorial Field in State College, a night to celebrate for the soon-to-be graduating players. It was those same seniors who would make their night extra special for the Little Lions.
Really proud, happy for these guys. You know, we had the opportunity to get a number of kids in the game and have just a great experience, a great memory to walk off a Memorial Field with.
Definitely feels great. I mean, definitely just getting a collective group win with the guys here. It's an amazing feeling.
Senior running back Deontay Sheffy had a special performance in his final game at home, rushing for 180 yards and finding the end zone 4 different times.
Definitely put it as a top 3 performance in my high school career.
It was a night worth celebrating here on senior night, but it wasn't just the seniors making plays. Junior defensive back A.J. Fry came out clutch on defense, forcing 2 interceptions and also forcing a fumble.
Well, our coaches the whole week have been running us through great schemes, and that really set me up well.
The Little Lions were completely dominant on offense, scoring 6 touchdowns on the night, all by graduating seniors.
Chevy came into the night averaging over 145 yards per game and upped that total after tonight. The Little Lions hope to take that running game on the road for their final 2 games of the regular season. Back to you guys at the desk.
The Tyrone Golden Eagles travel to Penn Cambria, looking to beat the Panthers for the first time since 2020. Handshakes to start the game. Let's get this going. First drive of the game, Eli Wimmer throws a screen pass to Caleb Whitby, who takes the ball and finds some green grass down the sideline. But Blake Lilly will send Whitby flying into the ground like it ain't nobody's business. Now Penn Cambria ball, Brady Jones throws it up, and it is picked off by, you guessed it, Eli Woomer.
What a play. Big defensive play there.
On the ensuing drive, Woomer evades the pressure and launches the ball downfield, looking for Mason Amy, but it's broken up by Carter Shaw.
That's what I'm talking about. Defense wins championships.
Woomer will scramble to the right, throws it into traffic, and is picked off again, this time by Grant Guides.
A little bit of Drew Aller there.
Polk teams threw interceptions, leading into a 7-3 halftime score, but came out on top, winning 27-10. The Golden Eagles fall to 4-4 on the season and will play P.O. next week. The Panthers improved to 7-1 on the season and will play Greater Johnstown.
It was homecoming night at Mansion Park, and the Altoona Mountain Lions welcomed the Chambersburg Trojans out of District 3. While the Mountain Lions have had a tough battle in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth so far, they've had success against Chambersburg, winning the last 5 matchups. Altoona students were dressed to impress for their meeting with the Trojans.
Look at them, all stylish and spiffy.
Right. After a scoreless first quarter, we start in the second where Altoona's Logan Wukovic made a big defensive move, recording a sack on 4th down. With a minute 17 left on the clock, Altoona's Makai Jackson gets pushed to the end zone for a touchdown, putting the Mountain Lions up 7-0. Just a quick and easy score. 17 seconds left in the half, where Altoona's Cody Chathams makes a tough catch and gains more after gaining 26 yards and giving Altoona the opportunity for a last-minute score. Those are the plays that you look at the end of the game. The Mountain Lions with a chance to extend their lead at half, and the kick is blocked. Altoona goes into the half with the lead over the Trojans, a la Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. However, Chambersburg would storm back in the second half to spoil Altoona's special night, winning 28-10 over the Trojans. Chambersburg improves to 4-4 on the season and will host Cumberland Valley next Friday, while Altoona falls to 2-6 on the year and travels to take on Cedar Cliff next week.
Bald Eagle fell last week to Clearfield in a close one. Now they travel to Westmont Hilltop to play the 0-7 Hilltoppers. Westmont Hilltop will celebrate their homecoming with a packed homecoming court. Plenty of stylish-looking couples. Congratulations to the king and queen.
Who doesn't love a good suit?
Starting in the third quarter, Graydon Fisher drops back and chucks one down the field, but it turns out Justin Ray was the only one home, and he will take it the other way.
Big
Look at them
plays.
go.
That's what we love to see.
The Eagles would get the ball back and pitch it to Nick McCulley, and he would cough it up, recovered by the Hilltoppers' Justin Ray yet again. Gonna get used to that name, I guess.
Sounds about right.
Now, Westmont Hilltop will go for the punt, but it'll be blocked by Graydon Fisher, recovered by Gage Catherman, setting up the Eagles rather nicely, if I do say so.
Talking about special teams, special plays, special players.
The Eagles would go on to win 28-zip as the Hilltoppers get shut out for the third time this season. Bald Eagle moves to an even 4-4 and will face the Central Dragons next Friday as Westmont Hilltop falls to 0-8 and will face Chestnut Ridge next week, still in search of that first elusive win.
Coming up, 2 District 6 schools have some important changes coming their way.
But first, here are some scores from around District 6.
Welcome back. A longtime Center County sports reporter died Monday. Ron Bracken was 81 years old. Bracken was born in Port Matilda and graduated from Bald Eagle Area School District before attending Penn State for 2 years. He worked at the Center Daily Times from 1967 to 2008 as a sports reporter, editor, and columnist. And he was a founding member of the Center County Sports Hall of Fame.
Bishop Carroll Catholic High School has voted to dissolve the McCourt Carroll Football Co-op at the end of the 2025 season. According to the Bishop Carroll Board of Trustees, the decision was made due to the distance from Point Stadium, which has limited student participation in the program. The move comes less than a month after a federal court ruling that allows parochial school athletes to play on public school teams if their own school does not offer the sport. The co-op agreement for wrestling and cheerleading will also dissolve, but the soccer co-op will remain in place for the 2026 season. Tonight, the McCourt Crushers face off against the Phillipsburg Osceola Mountaineers. The Crushers are undefeated entering this matchup, averaging nearly 40 points a game. The Phillipsburg Osceola Mountaineers sailed the seas to Johnstown to face the Bishop McCourt Crushers. After taking a 7-0 lead, the Crushers would continue to put up points as they score on a pass to Nick Dressick. Look at him go. Phillipsburg Osceola's Look at him go, running it all the way down.
Just touching paint every single night.
What a play for the young guy. Phillipsburg Osceola's defense would continue to fail as Bishop McCourt's Josh Spontak would run 69 yards to put them up 21-zip at the end of the first quarter. He's going, he's gone,
unstoppable
Messiah.
Offense.
In
Running
the
that ball.
second quarter, the Crushers would continue to dominate the Mountaineers as wide receiver Brady Page would run down the field, making it 35-zip going into halftime. The Bishop McCourt Crushers make PO walk the plank, shutting them out 42-zip. Bishop McCourt moves to 8-0 and will host Forest Hills next week as PO falls to 4-4 and will continue to Tyrone.
The Bellefonte Red Raiders are trending hot after a win against PO last week. Now they take the trip to Johnstown to face the fierce 6-1 Richland Rams. Richland celebrated Salute to Service night as both cheerleaders and players dressed in patriotic attire. Bellefonte starts us off as Quinn Park takes the quarterback keeper and just bursts through the hole. And there he is, off to the races. He can go all the way. He takes the checkered flag and 6 for the Red Raiders.
He's gone. Look at him celebrate.
Now Richland will answer as Grayson Mala punches it in from 2 yards out to take a 7-6 lead. We got a close one here. Back to the Rams as Richland will give it back to Grayson Mala, and he will launch into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game for a 14-6 lead. Just can't stop the guy in the pocket, out the pocket. The Richland Rams defeated the Bellefonte Red Raiders 33-29. The Richland Rams moved to 7-1 and will head to Bedford in search of a 5-game win streak as Bellefonte moves to 3-5 and will head to Bellwood-Antis to get back in the win column.
The Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders traveled to meet the Forest Hill Rangers tonight in Cambria County. BG won their last meeting in 2022, 49-7. Both teams come in 6-1 on a multi-game win streak. First drive for the Marauders, Jake Kissel fires deep to Evan Schimminger. Can't come up with it, but a flag comes in for a defensive PI. Few plays later, Kissel punches it in for a yard out. BG leads 7-0.
Josh Allen.
Following drive for the Rangers, Josh Myers finds Brody Custer on the slant for a TD. We are all tied up.
That's just too easy.
BG answers right back with guess who? Kissel pushes his way through for the score. BG leads 14-7 heading into the locker room. Straight out of the gate in the second half, it's Kissel again, finding Tyson Listaki. He takes it down all the way to the 1.
Just short.
And you know what happens next. Kissel in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. Marauders up 21-7, and he is amped.
He is the offense.
Quarter, Kissel looking good to put the game to bed. Moonball to Lestaki, a 24-yard pitch and catch. BG is cruising 28-zip. The Rangers got a late touchdown, but the Marauders flex their muscles, winning 28-14. The Crusaders move to 7-1 and will host Clearfield next, take on their second loss as the Big McCourt next week.
Coming up, we'll take a look at a former Nittany Lions High School jersey retirement.
Before that, here are some scores from around the PIAA.
Welcome back to After the Whistle. Coming up, we'll take a look at Penn State football as they prepare to take on the Northwestern Wildcats this weekend.
But first, let's take a trip to Nazareth High School, where former Nittany Lion Jahan Dotson had his jersey retired tonight. Joey Draper has the story.
Thanks, Brooke. Tonight, the Nazareth community packed the stands to get a glimpse at 2018 graduate and current Philadelphia Eagle wide receiver Jahan Dotson. Super Bowl champion Jahan Dotson became the first player in Nazareth High School history to have their jersey retired. Dotson was 15 when he got handed the number 5 jersey, and to see it retired means the world to him and his family.
Not really. And that was kind of the pretty cool thing is, you know, it was something that I just picked. My freshman year, I was 15, so I kind of got to keep the 5 a little bit. But when I had the chance to pick my number, I knew that 5 was just a special number for me.
Athletic Director Ray Ramella knew retiring Dotson's number was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, it was really an easy decision for me watching him and all the special things he did here. We always knew he was going to go on to do great things, but once, you know, he hit the levels he did at Penn State and then became a first-round draft pick and obviously winning a Super Bowl with the Eagles. You know, all that stuff is great, but he's always stayed extremely close to our community.
Tonight was a special night for everyone involved with the Nazareth football team and the entire Blue Eagle community, seeing the iconic number 5 go up in the rafters. From Nazareth, Pennsylvania, for After the Whistle, I'm Joey Draper.
Penn State football returns from California after a heartbreaking loss to face Northwestern for homecoming. Our reporter, Sophia Caruso, was at practice this week to see how the Nittany Lions are prepared.
Thanks, guys. The Nittany Lions have had their struggles over the last 2 weeks, coming off 2 losses in a row to Oregon and a previously winless UCLA. Many questions are being raised about the current state of the team as they host Northwestern tomorrow, hoping to find some answers. After being ranked number 7 just last week, Penn State has dropped out of the AP Top 25 rankings for the first time since 2022.
Nobody wants it. I want the players to have a great experience. I want the coaches to have a great experience. I want the fans to feel good and be excited. And I know that we impact their mood for the week and the year. So I get it.
Frustrated fans are looking for somewhere to place the blame, with many pointing fingers at quarterback Drew Aller, the offensive line, or coach James Franklin. But the team is trying not to let the pressure or tension affect their mentality.
We lose the game. You got guys in the locker room. The first thing is, I got to be like, I missed that block. I missed that tackle. Everybody takes their responsibility in how things shook out. There's no pointing fingers, and if there is, we shut it down really quick. So.
The Northwestern Wildcats beat UCLA 2 weeks ago, 17-14. Now, both Penn State and Northwestern have a 3-2 record, with the Nittany Lions looking for their first win against a Big Ten opponent this season.
Go out Saturday, make plays, get back on track. I think it's pretty simple, Going 1-0 every week, but just got to play good football.
The Nittany Lions are looking to improve on both sides of the ball. The team has been under fire because of notable offensive inconsistencies and defensive shortcomings, as they allowed 280 rushing yards and 166 passing yards against UCLA.
Yeah, no, it's all of us, right? It starts with me, and that's important that everybody understands that, and I understand that very, very clearly. That's hard conversations in the Lash football building with the football staff. And having discussions about things that we need to do better, things that we need to adjust.
A lot is on the line in this week's game against Northwestern, including postseason aspirations, as a 3-loss team rarely makes the college football playoffs. Stakes are high for Penn State in tomorrow's game, which could determine the future of their season. Back to Brooke and Messiah at the desk.
It's been a tough couple of weeks for sports across Pennsylvania.
You can say that again. But from the basement of the Big Ten to the best of District 6, Katie Mortimer has our top 3 plays of the week.
Thanks, guys. It was an action-packed Friday night around District 6. These are the top 3 plays. Kicking it off at Penn Cambria Stadium, quarterback Eli Woomer throws a screen pass to running back Caleb Whitby, who cuts up the defense and breaks not 1 but 2 tackles before being scooped up and laid down at the 25. Now on to number 2, Mekhi Jackson steps into the slot before connecting with Cody Chathams, who weaves through traffic, shaking off the trail of white behind him. And finally, our top play of the night goes to Bishop McCourt. The ball is handed off to Brady Page, who finds the gap and doesn't look back. The Crusher running back went cruising through an open field all the way to the end zone. Those were the best of the best from tonight. Back to Brooke and Messiah at the desk.
That's going to do it from us this week on After the Whistle. For more updates about our show and coverage of our games, follow us on X, TikTok, and Instagram at ATWPSU. I'm Brooke Casey.
And I'm Messiah Mitchell. Tune in next week for more coverage around District 6 and, of course, Penn State football, right here on After the Whistle.